Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to be finishing the Halloween accordion book. We're going to be working on the last 3 pages, and these pages will all be companies that are part of the story of this book, I guess. So the pages will be less creepy this time, but I really hope that you will enjoy these nonetheless. We're going to be starting out with the page for the physician surgeon, and I'm going to start off by making a cluster from different ephemera pieces. Once the cluster is done, I'm going to back up the piece that I want to use as the journal card, and I'm going to back it with some backdrops, and then I'm going to do some sanding around the border and do some inking. I'm also going to roughen up the edges with my distress tool. I'm then going to add some cello tape to add a bit of color. And then I'm going to use this number strip, which I have created myself using the stamp set Tidbits. I'm then going to add some final touches using all sorts of snippets and such. The next page is going to be the page for the druggist, and I'm going to start off by backing up the business card, and I'm using some backdrop for that as well, and then I'm going to do some sewing around the edges. I'm I'm going to use this gentleman, which is from one of the collage strips from the Halloween collection, and I'm going to fussy cut him out. And then I'm going to work on the rest of the page using all sorts of clusters that tie in with the druggist story. I'm then going to add some mummy cloth to add a bit more texture. And for the final touches for this page, I'm going to add one of the Tim Holtz stickers from the Halloween sticker book. And then it's time to work on the very last page, and this is the page for the florist, and I'm going to use this paper doll portrait for that and this business card, and I'm going to attach them together. I'm going to add a piece of scrap in between them to create some layering. And then I'm going to add a bunch of flowers surrounding her, and I'm also going to create a journal card. I'm then going to back up the journal card with some worn wallpaper from Tim Holtz. And I'm also going to do some sewing. The sewing was a bit messed up, so I decided to add a tab. I am then going to add some stickers from the sticker book again. And I then want to add a bit to the cover. I'm going to start off by adding a sticker to the sides. I'm also going to add a tiny piece of cello tape. And lastly, I want to add the word hunted to the front cover, and I'm going to use these typeset plates for that. I'm not sure if that name is correct because I don't have the packaging anymore, but these are paper pieces that are looked like they are metal, and I'm going to cut off the uppercase letters and then spell the word hunted. I'm going to stick them down on the cover with some art glitter glue, and with that this project is really finished, so stay tuned for the full flip through. And with that, this accordion book is finished. I really like how it turned out. It went way better than I could imagine beforehand. I did have a general idea, but while working on it, the story sort of developed more and more. And basically, if you haven't watched the other videos, I will quickly explain. The book is called The Gravekeeper, and it's basically all the companies, starting from the doctor or even the pharmacist to the actual grave. All those companies that you will see in this book, in between, they are all working together and they are doing horrible things to people, and that's basically the horror story. So yeah, let's start with the cover. This is the Mister, that's the Gravekeeper. And of course, the place is haunted, the graveyard. And I really love the texture that we have going on. It really looks like dirty dirt. And then of course the bones that are really dirty as well. Really like how those turned out. I added some last minute touches, and here I added a sticker that says someone digging in the ground. I thought that really fitted the front. So now let's go inside. Then on the first page, there's no chronological order to this, by the way, but yeah. So this is a table of the skeleton, and this is then the one of the Tim Holtz stamps. And this sort of ties in with the next page. This is the Undertaker and the Embalmer. And it is a much understood gentleman, as this sticker suggests. And of course, he is the one that works with the corpses, and maybe his obsession is something with the skeleton. And this is one that he has been working on, and it's just a journal card. And yeah, it looks really creepy. So that's it for this page. Also, the moth going over his face, that was inspired by the movie Silence of the Lamb. So yeah, that's where that came from. And then on the next page, we have the Spider Girl. I think this is one of my favorite pages in this book. And she is roaming the graveyard. And I really like how this journal card was created, with this spider underneath, and then the web going on top, and then another spider. And then I created a sort of like a mini story with the sticker book, and it says, "I heard footsteps behind me. Amelia Hardy. We thought she was buried good and proper. Her eyes were dark, swathed in dust and cobwebs. I felt chills down my backbone. Ghost of the departed. Are you all right, ma'am?" Again came the ghostly laughter. She vanished into the cobwebs. And then it also says, "I'm walking the graveyard now." So she comes out every now and then, and to scare the people, I guess. And then she vanishes again at dawn in the cobwebs. And then we have another lovely spider here. She's actually holding that spider. And then on the next page, we have the funeral warehouse. And this has also a man that works in the funeral warehouse. And it says vanishing visitors, meaning that the people would visit the funeral house to plan a funeral. They would vanish. And that's all because of him. He poisons them, and then, yeah, they are not leaving, I guess. And then we have another journal card here. And of course the skull with the moth. I really liked this focal point, and I added a bunch of these snippets that are from the curator set. Then we're going to the next page, and here we have the widow. She's still wandering the graveyard as well. Her dress is very dirty. You can't really see it anymore because I glued all sorts of stuff on there, but you can still see the dirt on the dress here a bit. I will try to show you. Like here you can see that's very dirty. I also carved the eyes. And then this says, this is a card saying, "In loving remembrance of Mrs. Claybaugh." I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. She died at October 22nd in 1878, age 50 years. And then there's a little poem. So yeah, this is what would have been on her casket, I guess, when people are going to say goodbye. And this sticker says marriage and death. And I think that really fitted the page as well. And then next to that, we have the three hunting girls. I've made her the eyes black because I thought that would add to the creepiness. And then we added another quote, or yeah, I don't know how to call these, the baseboard phrases. This one says dearly departed, and I did the same thing as I did with this one. And then I created also a journal card. I did some stamping and layering and some sewing. And this one says ghostly. You can just tuck that underneath. So yeah, these girls are also roaming the graveyard. And then this is the actual funeral home. The back side, I did the same thing as we did on the front. Other than that, I kept it very plain. And then we have the Undertakers, the company that sells the caskets. And these are all examples that you can order, like the cards that will go out to family and friends and stuff. And this is the business card because it also says Undertaker. Oh. But yeah, of course, once they enter the building, they are not really to leave. So they show also the casket examples of the, well, open casket, I guess. And this is one of those examples, which is pretty horrifying. And then this page, which is also one of my favorites. This is a bit more supernatural. These are the boy bats, the hat bats, I guess. And it says by the light of the moon. And this is also a journal card. And then we have the physician, the surgeon, and he performs experimental surgeries, I guess. So yeah, he's also very, very wicked. That's why it says wicked here. He's an eccentric but very estimable gentleman. He is well respected, although people have no idea what he's actually doing behind the scenes. Yeah, and then we have another journal card here. And then on the next page, we have the druggist. This is a man that subscribes, drugs, I guess, but he's secretly already poisoning people. And then we have his business card. And then it reveals this mind's eye, which also looks creepy in itself. And then we have the last page, and this is the florist. She provides the flowers for the caskets, and her flowers have sort of like a poison on them as well. On the roses, she grows them in a certain way that these roses are also poisonous. And yeah, I really like how this page turned out as well. And then we have another journal card here. And then we are back at the front. And so yeah, that's the end of this video. I want to thank you all for watching. And I really hope that you enjoyed the story that's behind this book as well. It is a bit creepy, I know, but that's exactly what I was going for. So yeah, if you don't like creepy, I'm sorry. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I think I watched just one too many horror film, probably. I've been a horror kind of girl for all my life. I really enjoyed the horror films. It's not that I don't find them scary, but I do enjoy the horror movies a lot. So making this was really, really fun, especially creating the entire story behind it. So yeah, I really hope that you like that. And yeah, I want to thank you for watching, and I want to wish you all a nice day wherever you are. If you are crafting along with me, don't forget to show me on your socials, because I really would love to see what you are creating. So yeah, have a nice day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!